is the virus that infects the will to win. It begins as a seed, subtle, almost unseen. Yet if left unattended, it grows wild, strangling confidence and clarity. But those doubts are not born from nothing. They are born from echoes of past traumas, the residual moments that slip beyond your control and beyond what was fair. Still, the truth remains. It happened. Now, the ghosts of the past tug at the threads of your consciousness, whispering reminders of failure and fear. And to silence them, you cannot turn a blind eye. You must confront them directly. For only by facing those demons can you finally reclaim your strength and put them to rest. Since Haney's controversial bout with Ryan Garcia, Haney has since moved up in weight to challenge WBO welterweight world champion Brian Norman Jr. The bout carries a palpable sense of tension, with numerous questions looming over both fighters. Is Haney still shell-shocked for the devastating left hooks that once floored him? Can his chin withstand the power of a naturally bigger puncher at welterweight? And for Norman Jr., how will he adapt to facing a technical boxer who refuses to stand directly in front of him? This matchup not only tests Haney's resilience and adaptability, but also challenges Norman Jr. to prove that his power and pressure can overcome elite boxing skill. Devin Haney is a technical boxer built around precision, timing, and defensive sharpness. His style is rooted in fundamentals, sharp jabs, controlled distance, and intelligent ring generalship. Haney operates behind one of the most disciplined jabs in boxing. He prefers to fight from mid to long range, where his footwork and reflexes allow him to control engagements while minimizing risk. What makes his style whole is his balance of offense and defense. Haney's approach is cerebral and disciplined, often prioritizing control over aggression. While critics sometimes label his style as cautious, it reflects a calculated commitment to efficiency, winning rounds through clean, accurate punching and superior positioning rather than brute force. Brian Norman Jr. embodies the aggressive puncher fighter archetype with explosive athleticism and natural power. Norman's power-driven intensity thrives on closing distance, forcing exchanges, and breaking opponents with sustained offense. Norman's style is built around physicality, quick bursts of combination punching, heavy hooks, and ruthless forward momentum. Norman is less concerned with outpointing opponents and more focused on imposing his will, testing the durability and finding moments to lane fight changing shots. His energy and aggression make him dangerous every second of every round.
Gentlemen, you received your instructions in yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up.
The executioner's skill often appears absolute when the conditions favor him, when the wind, terrain, and prey all align within his design. Yet his mastery is only as strong as the stability of those variables. When the balance shifts and the executioner loses control, he faces the same uncertainty he once imposed on others. And losing control, where power is fleeting, the hunter returns to nature's truth, that all dominance is temporary. To neutralize a puncher like Norman Jr., movement is vital. If he can't line up the target, he cannot connect effectively, especially when his feet aren't planted. Haney positioned himself directly in front of Norman Jr., maintaining control of space. Each time Norman engaged, Haney pulled out of range. And when his back touched the ropes, Haney simply clinched to force a reset, denying Norman Jr. the chance to capitalize.
What was your official prediction on this one, Sergio? Norman Jr., but right now...
Now when a puncher begins to grow frustrated, anxiousness begins to set in. He'll start forcing his shots, abandoning the discipline while leaving himself exposed. That's the very moment to capitalize. Once he starts opening up, it's time to earn his respect. For the lion who sees himself above strength cannot see that even in silence conceals his fangs.
Nice shot.
Draw for his blood and humble the foe with his own reflection. Once Haney earned Norman's respect, It was back to basics, using a jab for control. A puncher like Norman thrives in mid to close range, where his power can find its mark. But when kept at the end of a disciplined jab, he's forced to engage from a distance, launching from a range that gives Haney just enough space to pull out the pocket.
And a lot of people thought maybe Haney would run, so to speak, a little.
This becomes increasingly frustrating for a fighter like Norman, especially when facing someone with Haney's foot speed. The quicker Haney moves, the harder it becomes for Norman to close the gap and find his rhythm.
Look at that. Haney on the front foot. Continues to back up.
So long as Norman couldn't set up his punches, Haney kept returning to the jab. The frustration of facing a disciplined boxer like Haney lies in his patience. He's content to score points with the jab alone. His discipline shows in how he searches for a vulnerability, then meticulously picks at it, agitating the open wound until Norman figures out how to solve the puzzle in front of him. By establishing range with his jab and refraining from following up, Haney positions himself to read the return fire and defend accordingly, then resets. When Norman tried to establish his own jab, he quickly discovered there were levels to boxing.
Underdog, for the first time in his career, does not look like that normal. Doesn't he look like a new human being in there? Bigger, better, strong.
Haney would jab with him, as Norman made his reads easier by offering little upper body movement or feints to disguise his opening. His head fixed squarely on the center line made it an easy target to find for Haney. Frustration pushed Norman to step deeper into range trying to bridge the gap. Haney used that aggression against him, drawing him in and punishing every overextension with precision.
Blood comes out. That is a power jab. That's not a puncher jab. Right hand. That's a beautiful, well-timed right hand. You know what our last...
When a moment presented itself and the opening was clear, Haney pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I wouldn't. As it has. That's meant just to open up an avenue for that right hand.
By the 8th round, Haney practically had the fight in his pocket, and he knew it. From that point on, he eased off the gas, cruising towards victory with the confidence that all he needed to do was finish the bout on his feet. As for Norman Jr., he just never truly figured out how to tame Haney's movement and jab. It was clear he was lost in trying to break through the outer layers of Haney's defense. His offense was neutralized. Without the ability to set up his punches, his attacks became too predictable. It grew painfully obvious that Norman's explosiveness alone wasn't enough to cut off Haney's exits. When he did try to rush in, Haney slipped underneath the lethal left hook and clinched to smother the power.
It's a Haney's neck, but I think it's a good move. Gotta make this a rubber fight.
Yep.
It may not be the kind of style that wins a lot of hearts, but it wins championships. You can curse its caution, its control, but that's the game. Don't hate the style, hate the system that crowns it.
There's a left hook there from Spike attack from here, performance by Devin Haney. You saw the fan zone has it 88-82. There was a left hook. Stop the movement, the lateral movement of Devin Haney, but Norman Jr. just...
With his dominant performance, what many believed would have marked Haney's downfall, he silenced the doubters and put the demons to rest. He took Norman's shots and dismantled his offense in nearly every aspect. Haney now stands as a 3-division world champion and has made it clear that he plans to settle into the 147 pounds for the unforeseeable future. With names like Ryan Garcia and Conor Ben being floated around as potential future opponents, fans can only salivate at the matchups that may lie ahead.